Once upon a time, nestled among serene hills, there was a peaceful Buddhist monastery. The setting seemed idyllic, a perfect place for quiet reflection and meditation, where monks practiced under the watchful eye of their wise master. But despite the calm surroundings, the atmosphere within the monastery was far from harmonious. Many of the younger monks found themselves entangled in gossip, whispering behind each other's backs and spreading rumors. Rather than a place of spiritual growth, the monastery often felt like a hub of negativity, creating an undercurrent of discomfort for many who lived there. One young disciple, in particular, felt this weight of negativity pressing down on him. He longed for peace and quiet, a place where he could truly focus on his spiritual journey. Day after day, the negative energy around him felt suffocating, until one day, unable to bear it any longer, he approached his master. "Master," he began, frustration evident in his voice, "I can't take this anymore. The atmosphere here is unbearable. I want to leave and find a place where I can focus in peace." The master listened attentively, his wise eyes reflecting understanding. He nodded thoughtfully and asked, "What is it that troubles you so deeply?" The young disciple sighed, his face showing the strain of his inner turmoil. "This monastery is filled with monks who constantly engage in gossip and politics. They talk badly about one another and spread rumors all the time. It's impossible to concentrate on my spiritual growth when there's so much distraction. I just want to be somewhere quieter, somewhere free of this negativity." After listening to the disciples' grievances, the master was silent for a moment, contemplating the situation. Then he said, "Very well, I will allow you to leave. But first, I want you to do one last thing for me." Eager to depart and find peace elsewhere, the disciple readily agreed. The master handed him a spoon, filled to the brim with water, and said, "Take this spoon and walk around the entire monastery without spilling a single drop of water. If you succeed, you may leave in search of a more peaceful place." Determined to complete this final task, the young disciple accepted the challenge. He carefully took the spoon and began his journey around the monastery, walking slowly and deliberately. His full attention was on the spoon, his eyes never straying from the water as he navigated through the familiar paths. His mind became wholly focused on the task at hand, ensuring that not a single drop of water was lost. After several hours, the disciple returned to his master, the spoon still full of water. A sense of relief washed over him as he smiled and said, "Master, I did it. I walked all around the monastery without spilling any water. Now, may I leave?" The master smiled, his expression filled with quiet wisdom. "Tell me," he asked gently, "while you were walking with the spoon, did you hear any of the monks gossiping? Did you notice any of the negativity you spoke of earlier?" The disciple paused, a look of realization dawning on his face. "No, master," he admitted. "I didn't hear or notice anything. I was so focused on the spoon that I didn't pay attention to anything else." "Exactly," the master replied softly. "This monastery, like any place in the world, has its challenges. But if you stay focused on your goals and what truly matters, the negativity around you won't affect you. Think of it like walking through a busy market. If you concentrate on all the noise and distractions, you'll feel overwhelmed. But if you keep your eyes on where you're going, the noise fades into the background." The master paused for a moment, letting his words sink in before continuing. "In life, no matter where you go, you will always encounter people who are negative or who don't share your values. You can choose to focus on their flaws, or you can stay true to your own path and respond with kindness and positivity. That choice is yours, and it is that choice that will shape your experience of life." As the disciple listened, a deep understanding began to form within him. He realized that no matter where he went, whether it was this monastery or another place, there would always be both positive and negative people. The difference lay in how he chose to react to them. Peace wasn't something to be found in running away from challenges, but in focusing on what was truly important to him, his own spiritual path. With newfound clarity, the disciple made a decision. Instead of fleeing the monastery to escape the negativity, he would stay. He now understood that by concentrating on his own journey and keeping his focus on inner peace, the distractions and negativity around him would become nothing more than background noise. With a calm and centered mind, he could continue to grow spiritually, unaffected by the behavior of others. This story holds a timeless lesson. In our own lives, we too encounter all sorts of people, including those who drain our energy or bring negativity into our environment. Toxic people, those who are rude, mean, or dishonest, can create stress and unhappiness with their words or actions. These individuals exist everywhere, among friends, co-workers, neighbors, and sometimes even within our own families. At some point, we all have to face them. But as the Master wisely advised the young disciple, the best way to deal with toxic people is not to allow them to distract you from your own path. Instead of focusing on their negativity, concentrate on your own personal growth and goals. When you shift your attention to what truly matters, your own development and well-being, the negativity around you loses its power. Of course, there are times when toxic behavior becomes more than just a distraction. If someone's actions become verbally or physically harmful, it's important to set clear boundaries and stand up for yourself. While ignoring toxic people can often be effective, there are situations where you need to assertively keep them in check. Other strategies for managing such individuals include limiting your interactions with them, not taking their words personally, and surrounding yourself with positive influences. By staying grounded in your own goals and focusing on what you can control, you can navigate the challenges of negativity with resilience and grace. Toxic people may always exist, but your reaction to them is what truly shapes your experience. Don't let their behavior rob you of your peace or happiness. Instead, focus on what is important to you and maintain your inner well-being with strength and positivity.